How does this gift keep on giving? What an episode, by the way. Holy shit. Look, okay. Alright, guys. I feel like we're at the point where we can say this every single week, right? And it feels like at a certain point that would damage my credibility. Okay? But it's not my fault. It ain't on me that it keeps hitting, man. It isn't on me that it keeps hitting. Is it? Because this was good shit. Hi, guys. What's going on? Holy fuck. This was good shit. It was beyond perfect. It was beyond perfect. Here's the thing, right? Here we are every single week, right? Every single week here we are, right? Talking about how, oh, I want the Momokuru moments to be perfect, the car scene, all this stuff, right? Every single scene hits. And it's like, it's not even just the big moments, right? Like, obviously the concert stuff, the exorcism was amazing. Amazing, right? Obviously. But it was everything else around that was also perfect. And to me, those are the bits that really stand out, is those small moments, because they're the things that are easy to forget about, you know? And to kind of just phone it in. Even when Okurun is putting the cardboard back up against the window, it's so precise. The animation is so precise and intricate for no reason other than it looks good. That was a perfect goddamn episode. It even ended, right? Everybody was talking about they wanted it to end on either the bit where the evil eye traps Momo for next week kind of thing, or the moment, like the handhold moment, right? I get that. I do. Fair enough. But I feel like ending it where they ended it worked super well, because at a certain point we need maybe a little bit of breathing room between these moments, right? Especially because after this it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute after this before we get any proper progress. So you get it all in one go, 3 episodes, and then everything around it is just a no-go. It's kind of like maybe a little bit of breathing room is quite nice. It gives us time to appreciate everything else and talk about everything else for once. You know? Yeah, it wasn't just Okurun talking. You could feel the environment, right? Like, you could feel the atmosphere of nighttime. and it felt good. It just felt so good. It trusts its audience, right? It trusts its audience enough, us, to take a minute to breathe. And I love that. I love the moments that allow us to breathe and take... Like, that whole scene before it was crazy. Contrasting the madness of what we just saw against something like so quiet and so simple as just people having a sleepover, essentially. It worked. This was a very, very character-driven kind of thing, I felt. This whole sequence felt very, very insight, right? Right, guys, anybody... Hi, Jellies. Hi, everybody. I haven't said hi to anybody, but hi, everybody. Thank you for showing up, guys. Look, I mean, anybody who hasn't jumped into one of these streams before, I'm going to watch it on the second monitor, and we're just going to kind of go through it beat by beat, just so that we can break down the episode. I think there's a lot to say today. There's always a lot to say, but there's extra a lot to say today. That's not just the Momokuru moment, right? Do you know what I mean? Hi, Jenny. Blissy, hi, Many, Andrew, nice to see you guys. There's so much to go over, and I'm really excited to go into it. But, guys, before we do that, I've been working on something in the background, and consider this like a prelude to an unveiling, let's say. So it's going to come in phases. All right. I'm working on something that's going to be coming in phases. It's not live yet. I hope to make it live next week. Right. I hope to make it live next week. But this is just one example of what it is. Right. I've got more things that are being worked on. This week, this first thing next week. I'm hoping it's next week, is just going to be the first in a phased out approach to its release. Okay? But I've got one thing currently. It's not available yet, but I hope it will be as soon as next week. If not next week, then the week after. Okay? You ready? Are you excited? I'm excited. So, we've got this. We've got merchandise, guys. We're working on some merchandise. And by we, I mean I and a variety of artists in the community have been working on some merchandise that you guys can get your hands on. I was shocked by the quality of it, if I'm honest with you. I was terrified that I was buying a bunch of samples for stuff that wasn't going to be good, right? It's going to be a phased approach because the samples are expensive for me to get in. I'm just a small single unit here, so working on everything all at once would have been really difficult. At the moment, I will announce who I've been working with and stuff as it comes out. But I'm hoping that as soon as tomorrow, I should have access to some clothing samples. And hopefully they all look good. They all look good. Yeah. No, this is not Danny. Look, guys, I've only been working with at the moment it's a small sample thing just because this has been a very expensive endeavor for me. It's been a little pricey, so it's like but as we go, if all goes well, I should be able to start producing different waves of stuff. But as it stands currently, I'm looking at 3 phases currently of content. I'm hoping next week, guys. I'm hoping as soon as next week. I've got to get the website sorted. But this is very cool. This is very cool. It's very nice, actually. There's a couple of different sizes. This is the bigger size. This is the bigger size here. But there are a couple of different sizes. And then presuming next week I'll have access to some of the clothing prints, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be able to show that off as well, guys. It's not just mugs. There's going to be a lot of different things coming. And yeah, that's my main thing. So don't consider it a release announcement just yet. It's more like a thing currently. I mean, at the moment, this is just in black. I might produce different colors depending. It's just I want to make sure that it all looks good before I'm selling any of it to anybody. I don't want one of them to be an inferior product. So at first, it's going to be a limited release. It's going to be a limited release of content, of styles and things like that. But there should be enough for everybody and that kind of thing. So yes, cool. I'll tell you what, though, this is badass. Being able to hold this is so cool, guys. It's very gratifying. But anyway, guys, that's just an aside, okay? More information for that should be available Monday, I hope. So, show up to the stream, guys. Real Bluetooth, well, maybe. Just a little bit. But yeah, hopefully it all comes out nicely. Yeah, well, I want to build up a little excitement. Look how cool that is. I got it today, and I've just been, like, gawking at it. It's very cool. You know? And maybe a tad self-aggrandizing. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for joining. I've seen a bunch of your comments. Thank you for leaving comments. And also, thanks for joining the chat. Yeah, it was a good episode, right? It was a good episode, guys. You can get it maybe next week, guys. Maybe next week. They should be easier for people in the there should be people in the States should have an easier time getting access to it because it doesn't have to be shipped from overseas for you guys. So yeah. Yeah, cool. Yes. Awesome. But no worries. No worries, Eric. Thanks for joining, dude. Thanks for joining. Anyway, yeah. I will announce who I've been working as the relevant pieces come out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, guys. All right, and that it's not an exhaustive list, right? If all goes well with the stuff I'm releasing, if all goes well, I will be releasing more of it as we go. Okay, I'll be working on more stuff, presuming that it all works out well. At the moment, it's been a very limited run of stuff. Okay, because I've got a bunch of different ideas on what we can do and what we can create. Anyway, yes, of course, he created it for me. He made each mug them himself. The episode. We've not hit 5k yet, support. We've not hit 5k yet. I haven't thought of the 5k celebration yet because I didn't expect to be so close so quickly. I just need that NordVPN sponsorship. Ooh, come on, let's go. Are you ready for it? Yeah, hell yeah, Toaster. Holy shit. What an episode, right? Right, we're going to focus on the episode now. What an episode. Immaculate. Amazing. Right? It was something else. It was perfection. It was perfection. Right? It was actually amazing. Every little facet of it was amazing. Like, the thing with Science Saru, right, is that they get it so well. They understand it so well that you don't need to worry about what it is they add in, because when they add it in, it always feeds to the soul of the scene or the episode, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Ads for the streams. You shouldn't really be getting ads for the stream, to my understanding. I've turned off monetization for the streams. Maybe you'll get one when you join, but there shouldn't be any mid-roll ads. I've removed it because the Safety Zone Rookie Live experience, guys, is funded by you, the viewer. All right? The fact that you guys do anything like pay into the Patreon, donate in the streams, that kind of stuff, that is, or memberships here on YouTube, all of that helps fund what it is that I'm doing here. By you, Charlie, by you. It helps fund what it is that I do here so that we can, justify getting together multiple times a week, right? And that is great. That's great to me. I really enjoy the fact that we can do that and talk about Dandadan, right? Like, that's the whole thing. These streams are like the highlight of my week, guys. I really enjoy doing it. And the fact that it can also like serve a purpose, like a monetary purpose, a brand purpose, all of this stuff, it is exhilarating, right? Now, worth acknowledging straight from the get-go, the house is in the shit, by the way. The house is absolutely in the shit. It's destroyed. It looks awful. It's so bad, man. The place is just a mess. It's amazing. The pillar is destroyed. The pillar is destroyed. I'm telling you, right? I know that we were talking about it last week. We were talking about it last week that when Momo and Okurun walked back into the house together after the anime guys are gonna be struggling. That's not concerning, Glow. I mean, to be fair, Glow Stereo, I like that name. A lot of us thought that in the Discord. By the way, guys, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to access my Discord, best place on the internet for Dandadan, and we have pretty excellent discussions every week about the new chapters and the new episodes as they come out. It's the place to be. It's the place to be. Join the Discord if you really enjoy Dandadan and discussing it. But we thought that it was going to end in a similar kind of spot, right? You can see the burritos that Janny eats. You could see that yourself with your own eyes. We also had the inclination. That it was going to end. It's not just me saying that, support. There's other people that are saying that. I've just heard it. I'm relaying it to you like a conduit of information, right? It's not me that said it. It's somebody else. The evil eye is just very strong, and yeah, I think that there is I mean, look. As I was saying last week, right? Like the house itself, has a kind of metaphorical significance in some cases, right? Like when Momo and Okurun walk back in together, there was a pillar in between them, right? But the evil eye destroyed a section of the house. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you here. Destroyed a section of the house, and that pillar presumably is gone. I don't see it here in this scene. So that pillar is gone. And that thing, that signifier of the space between them, has broken down, right? What I think we see with the evil eye across this arc is that in this quest to protect him, to look after him, and all of that business, whilst it is coming at the expense of them materially, it is coming materially at an expense. It is the destruction of the house, this place that they all reside, and a place where they've all come to connect, is being destroyed. They are losing something materially. But whilst the house breaks down and what it is that they own and possess, the things that you think you should care about are destroyed, they grow closer. They go through challenges that bring them closer and forge them together stronger as a consequence of that. The bonds between the group, the people in the group, intensify, even at the expense of what it is around them. Because that is what this is. Looking after the evil eye and doing what's right, not exercising him and doing what's right, is something that costs them. It costs them. It takes time, energy, effort. And Aira points that out. And she's not really wrong to point that out. Like, you would be looking after him for the rest of your life if you didn't do something about it. So, whilst the house is being destroyed, there is that kind of like metaphorical significance of them coming closer together, you know? Yeah. Basically, yeah. I mean, the house being rebuilt is something that's a whole thing, right? Yeah. And the house also becomes a really significant... a house also becomes a really significant... Like, it becomes a significant kind of thing later on in the series. So, yeah. It's just really nice. And I suspect that maybe that's a spoiler. Oh yeah. Psycho is one of the characters that I think, the Evil Eye arc, right? This is what this is. We've passed the Cursed House arc. Don't get me started on Hair Down Psycho. The Psycho with the bun is much better, right? I wish they should just keep that hairstyle forever because it just suits. It's just really good, right? But hey, what are you gonna do? The Evil Eye arc, right? Which is what we're in now. We've passed the Cursed House arc. This is the start of the Evil Eye arc. This arc is such a character-driven thing, right? Like, obviously, Dandadan is pretty heavily character-driven, just inherently, because they've got great characters and everything. But the Cursed House arc, the reason that people have to do what they do in that, the Cursed House arc, the reason everybody's doing what they do is because the external factors are what are pushing the plot forward, pushing the story forward. The story here comes from the characters, right? They could have exercised the evil eye and it'd be done, right? That'll be the end. My arc is up here. But then that would have been the end of it. But it's the fact that the characters make decisions. They make decisions and choose to do stuff. That's where the plot comes from, right? It's very internal. And in a lot of ways, this is the first arc, for me anyway, this is the first arc where we get to see all of the characters react and also act, right? Like, this is the first one that starts to deconstruct some of the characters a little bit and give us some breathing room with them. And I adore it for that. Like, the Cursed House arc is my go-to, right? The Cursed House arc is my go-to. But This arc is really special because of the fact that everybody gets an opportunity to be involved, and we get to spend time with the characters, even in this kind of like crazy situation, and learn about them. And it's not even just like, oh, what are they saying, what are they doing, how are they feeling, how do they react to situations. One of the things in this episode that I think is just like, that's going to go a long way with people is as simple as Aira getting up in the morning, right? Getting up in the morning, her morning routine says so much about her as a character, right? She's a perfectionist. She cares about how she appears to other people, right? Her outward image is very important, even when especially when she's staying with other people, especially with Okurun around. In the morning, she's got all of her ducks in a row kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's just something that you really just learn about her just immediately, like that. It's just there, right? The fact that she initially is hesitant to give up her time for Gigi also shows the kind of person that she is. So when you get along the pathway, right? Later on down the line for her, when she starts to become a nicer person, more open, altruistic, and cares about her friends more, you can see the clear progression of where she's come from to where she is, right? And I enjoy that. I mean, you learn a lot about people by living with them, and that's what you're seeing. It's people living together. Also, the fact that, like, when she's sleeping, she's just like snoring like crazy. It's like, you see that it is a performance. Nobody can hold that level of perfection. In reality, nobody can hold that level of perfection. It's a ruse. It's a mask that she wears, and she puts it on in the morning. But when you sneak behind the curtain, you can see who she really is, and that's not her in every facet of her life. And it's funny, and it's sweet, and it's cute, and it's enjoyable, and it's a lot. It says a lot. Yeah, a beauty queen has to get her sleep, quite right. And it's great. Yeah, exactly, support. But it also shows, in my opinion, that she's got a little bit of a way to go with the gang. I feel like she's kind of the outlier still, a little bit, because of the fact that she's very closed off, you know? She's a very closed off individual emotionally from everybody else. She still argues with Momo. She still talks down at Gigi. For the most part, she's there, it feels like, because of Okurun, right? That's what it feels like anyway. But this, I think, is the arc where you start to realize that she cares more. Especially after, well, next episode. I presume next episode, when they go to sleep, and after the whole stuff happens back at the house, her development and relationship with Momo goes a long way, because she feels responsible for what happens. All of these things, you know, like she has and she goes out of her way to help, and that's why she goes with Okurun. That's the significance of her going with Okurun, is that she's turning a leaf, and this arc is great for all of that. Everybody gets a moment. I bet that Aira and Okurun's never been to a sleepover. Yeah, almost certainly. Almost certainly. It's just this whole episode is so great. This whole arc is amazing. And you know, I think that I've always kind of held the Evil Eye arc as kind of third on my list, and I think that's where it will stay. I think that's where it will stay. It's hard to judge these things because they're all good for different reasons. I know that we do the tier lists for shits and giggles, right, guys? But it is hard to judge exactly where I would place half of these things, because of the fact that they're all different. They're all good for different reasons. I love this arc. Like, this is a great season 2. This whole season covers some of the best stuff in this series, right? Like, we are in a golden age. This is like as good as it gets, guys, honestly. And then, you know, next week on Monday, obviously we don't have a chapter. Maybe we should maybe we could rank the episodes, you know, something like that. We've got a whole space there. I know not everybody here is likely to do that, but this episode is perfect. This episode is fantastic, Jenny. I don't know where I'd place it necessarily on my list, but it consistency wise, I think that this might be the most significant for me. Like, I feel like every single moment is fantastic. I think I might prefer the last episode slightly more, maybe not though. I don't know. It's hard to say. This is a good episode. This is a really good episode. You know what it is? You know what it is about this episode that's so good? This episode is so good because it kind of exceeded every single expectation that I had about it. I kind of thought that this would be maybe a little bit of an in-betweener, right? Like an episode in between episodes. I think this episode absolutely smashed it out of the park with every single thing. It did everything that it outdid itself in a way that I didn't anticipate that it would, right? Like, I thought it would be kind of like in between things. I thought it would be a bit, after the last episode being as good as it was, I thought this one couldn't possibly be as good, be this good. But it's amazing. It's absurdly good, you know. And it's harder to break down the exact minutiae of what it is because every single thing is amazing in it. It really stood out. And the Hayashi performance is so good. It's so good, though. My lord, holy shit! Like, music is so important to Dandadan. Music is so important to Dandadan. So the fact that they exceeded expectations with that as well is excellent, you know. Yeah, it was just really, really good. Yeah, I know it was hard not to kind of go along with it, right? Right. So obviously, guys, I don't know, maybe not everybody has been here for any of these previous episode streams. I'm gonna watch the episode on my second monitor. You know, obviously, you must have seen it by now. If you haven't, I don't know why you're here. Go and watch it. Otherwise, you can try to match what I do, but the likelihood is you won't be able to do it because I pause like crazy. Like, I pause every 3 seconds so that I can talk about something I've seen. But other than that, we're just going to kind of loosely just discuss the moment-to-moment stuff, right? Like in a chronological kind of fashion. Don't expect like the screen to have like a little thing here or anything of the video that's like opacity 30 with a massive watermark and then reverse it, you know, to trick the copyright filter or whatever. No, you know. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Tulpa stuff. I'm really looking forward to the Tulpa stuff, guys. You know. Also, another thing. All right, as I'm watching right here, Turbo Granny is hitting Gigi in the back with a piece of wood. Amazing. Another thing I love about season 2 specifically, right? Presumably this won't be the case in season 3 because she doesn't have much play in the Space Globalist arc, right? Turbo Granny gets some space in this. She's always in these scenes, and I think it goes a long way in making her feel like a really important piece of the puzzle. Part of the reason that I'm a little bit anxious about the Space Globalist stuff is just because Psycho and Turbo Granny aren't really in it much, right? So it's kind of like, you know. So it's kind of like, I feel like I'm going to miss that. Whereas here she gets a lot of play. The Cursed House arc, she gets a lot of play, you know. She gets a bit of time in the is she even in the Kaiju arc at all? Yeah, she is. For like a minute, for like a little bit, right? I think. I don't remember. I think she is, like at the dinner at the end, right? So I'm gonna miss that, right? Like that she's not really around as much. No, it's not anxious as in how they're gonna execute it animation wise or story wise. I just mean that I think that Turbo Granny is one of the best characters. I think she's great. but she is not really in the space globalist stuff much, and that kind of, if you think about it, if that does take a whole season, right? If you imagine that takes a whole season up, you're looking at a very long time. You're talking at a very, very long time that character isn't going to be around in real time, in real people time, right? You're talking years. If that is the case, right? If they cover a whole like season, part 1 and part 2 of a season, for the space globalist stuff, she's not really going to be in it much, maybe for like 2 episodes, and not that much play. So to me, that's kind of like, you know, savor it while it's here. So having her in the scenes, it just adds a lot of comedy to what's going on. I just think she's a great addition to the team, right? I don't know how Gigi is buying clothes, by the way. He must have brought his whole wardrobe with him, because every time he transforms, he rips his goddamn clothes off, you know? Hi, Usa. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, but you are more than welcome here, my dude. Tell you what, Usa, you probably missed it, but I've got some merchandise coming. That might cheer you up. That might cheer you up. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool, huh? More information about that will be available in the Discord as it comes, and next week's stream. By the way, guys, maybe you can get it. Maybe you can get it. It came out way better than I thought it would, actually. Look. It came out way better than I thought it would. But if you want to keep up to date, guys, if you want to keep up to date with everything happening on Safeties on Rookie, and you'll just love Dandadan, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member, guys, and that'll get you access to my Discord link. You can join the community. Best place on the internet for Dandadan. Or so I'm told by other people. People who I don't even know. People in the street, they'll just go, have you heard about this thing? This Discord. I'm like, yeah, I've heard about it. It's amazing. And is the mug for tea or coffee? Oh, ooh. Contentious question. I haven't decided yet. Contentious. I reserve the right to not answer that. But anyway, yeah. You know what it is as well that I absolutely adore about the anime version, right? It's the small details of things that move constantly in the background, or even just the camera movement. It adds so much. It just adds a dynamism to the scenes, right? Like in a way that you can't necessarily get from the manga, just based on the compromised whiskey. Do what you like with it. When it's yours, guys. When it's yours. But there's a lot of added details that just add a lot more kind of like that add like a lot more movement to everything. Yeah, like see here when Okrun's sitting up. Also, for the record, guys, they one thing to note is Momo obviously is touching Okrun's shoulder here, which to me is a little detail. This is a little detail that from my perspective is important, because it's that physical contact, that physical reassurance, right? It's a small detail, but it's reflective of a shift in their relationship. They've established that ability to touch, right? That ability to find comfort in physical expression of their emotions. And you see, going forward, without making a big deal about it, apart from the next episode, presumably, without making a big deal of it, these moments become really important, right? Like their ability to just physically reach out to each other as a way of comfort becomes a really kind of like commonplace thing, you know? And it's sweet, it's cute, and here it's just a really subtle way of showing that. I think it also demonstrates that they have crossed a boundary, right? Like they don't do that with anybody else. really, you know? And it's cute. Yeah, we'll get to the socks. We'll get to the socks. That bit was another... That whole bit where they're going through the house, right? That whole bit where they're going through the house at night is so effective. It's so powerful. Just because everything feels like alive, but like alive in a way where things are just so much slower at night, right? Even the moving from where they're laying down to the bathroom, it takes a while. It takes quite a lot of screen time to do that, and that's you know, indicative of how people move at nighttime. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of clumsily just like shuffle your way where you need to go. It's cold because there's cardboard everywhere, you know. Somebody's really loving the stream because I can see lots of hearts like showing up in the chat. You good guys? Yeah. Oh, it's gone. The heart's gone. No, there they are. They're back again. But anyway, but my point is about the background, right? Yeah, no, you're right, Toaster, for sure. When they're walking, when he's looking out towards, oh wow, oh Zero, thank you. That's very. I still haven't figured out what $20 buys you. I still haven't figured out what $20 buys you. Zero, I owe you something. When I figure them out, that's one, right? I owe you one. All right, I'll figure out what that looks like for you, though. Thank you, Zero. It's a pleasure to see you here, even if it is for a minute. You know. Well, if Zero's in the chat, Zero, if you're still in the chat, then I'll drop you a moe. I'll drop you a moe tri-beam. I'll wait until next time. I'll wait. Oh wow, okay. I didn't expect that you would be there. I don't know what to say though with it. It's incredibly. I just do the hand gesture, right? I just do the hand gesture. I feel like that's sufficient. I just tried to bail. Shut the hell up, Toaster. I am not sharing my socks on the Discord. Hell no. Oh, I can't. Well, just moe tri-beam. Oh my god. Why am I this? Why is my life this? Oh my god, why is my life this? Oh my god, that's arguably more embarrassing. Moe Zero. 10 will get you a silly guy. 10 will get you a silly guy, and that's it. Fuck me. Alright, Moe Zero. I'll do it. Moe Zero. Fuck's sake, man. Oh my lord. No, okay, so 10 fuck me. 10 will get you a silly guy. Alright, thank you, Zero, thank you. 10 will get you a silly guy. Alright. 20 will get you a moe your name. And 50 will get you the you know what. You know what it is. Alright? I hate that. Oh no. Nothing. No support. We're not going back through that again. God damn it. Anyway. My point is, we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere right now. You just forced me to take a really big sip out of this Safeties On Rookie branded mug. Purchase it as early as next week. while stocks last. While stocks last. Sorry, I was just getting it ready. Just, you know. I'll figure out a menu. Sippings on Rocky. Oh man, Sarah, it's good to have you in the chat. I know that you don't show up as much because you've got lots of stuff on, but thank you for showing up. You're very funny. It's those small, goddamn, like tiny little injections of a pun or something. It kills me. Yeah, don't worry, I'll figure it. Oh no. There you go. There's your silly guy, Serpo. I'm a joke. I'm a joke. Mum, I've made it. Yeah, Mum, I've made it. Yeah. People ask, you know that guy who dresses up like Miles Morales? That guy who dresses up like Miles Morales, and he just like does whatever. People just drop money in the chat, and it's quickly turning into that, and it's disturbing because I laughed at that. I was like, who would do that? Yeah, the NPC guy. Anyway, we're talking about the goddamn episode. How far in are we? 40 minutes in, and we're not even... Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. Anyway, you know we're 44 seconds into the episode. We are 44 seconds into the episode. You've got to give me some breathing room here, guys. Honestly. Anyway, when Okurun is obviously her and outside, one of the examples of what I was talking about them having so much... Oh, my lord. This is quick. Fucking Christ, guys. The chat is so lively these days. The chat is so lively these days. It's very fun. Anyway... So, Aira is in the background, you can see her, and Turbo Granny, but she starts running off to the side, and this is what I mean about just adding a kind of, like, liveliness to stuff, right? Like, she runs off to the side, and it's not just that she just appears next to Okurun in the next scene, right? It's that when she runs off, it's continuity, you know? It adds a continuity, and it looks great, you know? No, guys, come on. No, Serpo got his thing though, didn't he, last week? Yeah, he got his thing last week. And I also slapped a silly guy on top of that, so frankly, he owes me. Anyway, every single Turbo Granny is such an angry individual. Such an angry individual. Yeah, nope. Tell you what, same wavelength. We're all on the same wavelength, right? We're all on the same wavelength with this. Honestly, like this is how I feel as well. This is one of the best episodes that they've released, despite the fact that it kind of being an in-betweener, right? Also, Saiko has her hair down. It looks great. I wish she'd keep it like that. It just looks way better. Even when she turns around, right, to look off to the Hayashi band that are arriving, at that moment, Turbo Granny just like into the screen. It's like, why is she even there, right? Like, look, why are you even there? What the hell, man? It's excellent. It's just great. I know, Blissy, I know. Just the way that they zoom in on the Hayashi band when they arrive is so, stylistically, is so interesting without it needing to be, right? Like, look at this. No one asked for it to chop in multiple times, right? You could have just zoomed in. But it just looks great. You know what it's like? It's like later on with that girl in Momo's class that gets her the job. We see her from season 1, and then they just like, they do that Blade Runner thing where they enhance the image. I don't know why. They didn't need to do that. Nobody asked them to do that. It looks amazing. But it's like, you know what would be really funny? If they enhance the image. It's like, well, okay, yeah, sure, hell. Yeah, exactly. It looks amazing. I love that. The Hayashi band have they have such sauce, by the way. The way that they move, they just immediately hear everything is a stage to these people. Everything is a stage to these guys. Where's the light coming from? How did they do that? It looks amazing. Oh man, imagine having that much aura, but at the same time, they're British in the no, they have English accents. They have English accents in the dub. Mamma mia! I need to. That's just odd. That's odd, isn't it? That's yes, jarring is the word. All right, all right, all right. Who's ready to rock? Right there. This the Hayashi asshole. You ready to rock or what? This is how they sound like. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? No, it makes sense because the Hayashi band, innit? Oh, yes, the asshole. No, it makes sense because they're kind of going for a punk rock thing, right? Obviously, that's like deeply entwined with a British culture, right? I really wish I'd watched the dub now. For once, I wish I'd watched the dub. Hey up, me duck. You ready, rock or what? God, they've got such goddamn aura. Look at them. Look at these guys. Oh, they got such aura. Yeah, they should have started doing that thing from Back to the Future where Marty starts kicking all of the amplifiers and he just starts smashing the guitar and stuff at the end. It's just like, whoa, easy. Punk Spider-Man. Yeah, no, yeah, but I mean, like I said, like this kind of stuff is deeply entwined with British culture. I suppose you could make the argument. And then Psycho's like, yeah, can you fuck off? I don't know who you are. And they're like, all right, see ya. And the next scene, Aira is just like admiring Okarun again. Right? Oh, look at them. I love, right? Oh, no worries, X, XY, Exil, I don't know how to pronounce your name. If you have a Zyle, you prefer Zyle? Okie dokie. Yeah, like Sid Vicious Tarantado. Like Sex Pistols or The Clash, that kind of thing. But I love the, like this. You see this kind of style that they've got going on here? I just love the slumped shoulders, kind of like that kind of thing. Because it's just like really cute. It's not far off. It's not far off from just the normal Zilvi. All right. It's not very far off the normal style. It's not far off the normal style that they go for, but it's ever so slightly different. Their heads are just a little bit bigger, and it's very cute, you know? In fact, I feel like I like this a lot. I like Momo here a lot. I think she looks so innocent. The screenshot is cute. I don't care. I'm gonna turn that into an emoji. Screw all y'all. Screw all y'all. Oh, Brownie, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, support. We've got loads more. We've got loads more that we can do as well. Yeah. We are keeping up with the manga. Every Monday I do a manga stream for Dandadan. Obviously there isn't one coming on this Monday, but this Monday coming we will go through the what's it called again? Is it the Daizuka or something like that? The Daizukan, is that right? We'll go through that and also some other stuff. I've got some other stuff as well that I'm quite keen to do. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, Tim, my friend. It's been a minute since we've seen you. Everybody, Tim, thank you. I absolutely missed you, dude. Thank you for joining. It's good to catch you. I hope that you enjoyed the season so far, Tim. Absolutely so generous of you. Thank you. Genuinely, like that is so generous, dude. Yeah, Tim's great, everybody. Like honestly, if you want to interact with people like Tim and lots of other people, join the Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member, and you get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. I don't know how much 20 memberships is, so I don't know what exactly that purchases. I don't know how much that purchases. So I don't know. You know? Well, the community has been growing pretty quickly, guys. Oh my lord. I don't know what $5 buys you, dude. I don't know what $5 buys you. God damn it. And by the way, Serpo, stop using an Apple device, dude. Stop using an Apple device. I can see you there using your iPhone. Using your goddamn iPhone. Oh my god. Tim! Tim! Oh my god. What do you want for that? What do you want? What action do you want? I owe you an action of some kind. Alright? Like I can give you a moe moe, or I can give you the cat thing, which I will not say. Or you can get the thing that Serpo keeps referring back to. Tim, thank you, dude. Thank you. That is so generous, my guy. Thank you. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, you can pick one of them. You can pick one of the ones that you want. So you can have the cat thing. You can have the ooh thing, or he can have a moe moe. Double it in. He's a crazy guy. Sorry guys, he said no. He said he's gonna. I'll put it in the bank. All right. That puts us up. That's 40. That's 40. All right. That puts us 40 in the bank. I don't know what you get, man. Number one, I'm begging you, don't use your iPhone. All right. Number one, I'm begging you, do not use your iPhone. And I can see that you're doing it, because if it ends in 99 cents, I know you've used an Apple device. For your own good, do not do that. Oh my God. You can do it if you like. You can do it if you like, man. I'm not gonna say don't do it. It's just for your own benefit. You know? This is why you should have an Android phone. Or a PC. I don't know what you get, man. I don't know what you get. I don't know. I didn't think that we'd get here. No, you're not going to see me throw it back, right? You're talking like £1,000 for that at this point. I'm not doing that. Android users, right? Look, the episode. All right? I'm going to continue with the episode now. Thank you, Tim. You know? Yeah, Tim, I will inform you. In fact, somebody informed Tim in the Patreon, the Discord. You guys are making me confused. Thank you, Jellies. Thank you. I'm distressed that everybody's. You know what I mean? No. Honestly, Jelly, and anything that anybody offers the channel is more than what I could ever presume for, guys. So thank you, genuinely thank you. Whether it's one membership or multiple or donations, it all means a lot. So thank you. $10. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna type it out. I don't know why it sent there. 20. I don't remember what 20 is. I don't know. I'm just going to formalize it later, alright? I've got a goddamn stream to get on with, right? Anyway, so Aira is like just looking straight at Okurun, right? And that's another thing that we're going to see a little bit of, that we're also going to see a little bit of development with in this arc, right? And there's a reason that they keep putting Aira and Momo front and center, I feel, in these, in the confrontation. Like, they've done it multiple times. They've two really big personalities. They both are kind of orbiting Okurun at this point. And they also don't really have a lot to bond with, right? Like, they don't have a lot of bonding space. Oh, it looks like the poll was finished in the Discord as well. Looks like everybody's favorite video is the chaotic beauty of Momo and Okurun's love. That's good fun. You want to engage in polls, guys? Join my Patreon. Join as a free member. Link in the description so you can get access to my Discord, where we can do all fun stuff like that. The XP thing is like, it's like a leaderboard, Tim. It's weird. It's weird. You know? I voted for coders. Fuck's sake. Anyway, so yeah, but the two really big personalities, and very, very soon, and the only reason that you care about the repost stream is because you're in it. It's because you're in it. I didn't include live streams. They don't count. Anyway, yeah, I got you. So yeah, Momo and Aira, and it's also really important to note that the two of them are paired up in the OP as well, right? In the opening, and that's an indication that their relationship together is also an important factor in this arc. Which is really cool, right? Like it's very rare, I think, in Dandadan for other characters' relationships to be so front and center. Well, maybe not. I suppose Okurun and Gigi had like a whole thing before, right? Coming to terms with their kind of like romantic rivals, if you will, is an important part to them all growing, I think, and also becoming friends and more secure with each other, you know? Where are you getting all of this money, Serpo? That you can drop $100 to get me to sing Otonoke? No, I haven't decided what $100 is yet. I haven't decided yet. Okay, but yeah, I mean, you know, I would I mean, look, reality is, Serpo, again, worth acknowledging, dude. Worth acknowledging. Just remember that if you were to drop $100 from an Apple device, 40 of those would go to Apple. 40 of those would go to Apple, and then 30% would go to YouTube after that, right? So, you know, and I can see what it, like, it's fine if you want to, right? It's your money, man. It's your money. I respect it one way or the other. I just don't want to see people just giving Apple all of their money on the stream, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy amounts of money. It's crazy amounts of money that they take. 40% is wild. Do not let them have it. Even like, so like, right? I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. All right, Serpo. I'll figure out what 100 will get you. Figure out what 100 will get you. I don't know what. I like money. No, we've not passed the exorcism. I'm getting distracted left, right, and center by everybody. We've been doing this for an hour now, and we are on 2 minutes into the episode. Yeah, you're right, Tim. That is it. 40% for Apple, then after that 30% for YouTube, then me. Whatever's left over, you know, because apparently Apple are the ones who are doing all the work here, apparently. Anyway, episode now. Yes, episode now. So, the Hayashi band return, right? and I love the whole vibe. I love it so much. It's so good. It's like it's. They've got business cards as well. Like, what's the business cards about, by the way, right? No, there's not really a donation thing. I think that the attractiveness of doing the donation on YouTube is the fact that you get the reaction, the live reaction, rather than just the donation, which I completely hear, I totally respect. It's just, you know, YouTube get their money, that's totally fine. This is their platform. We wouldn't be here talking right now if it wasn't for YouTube. I respect that, that's fine. Apple, on the other hand, literally take the biggest cut, and they had no involvement at all in it. So, screw them. Right? Blissy. I know, you're right. I should have been handing out business cards. But instead, all we have is Safeties on Rookie, branded merchandise, mugs, and hoodies and shirts coming soon. As soon as next week. A great gift for all the family. Get ready for that. Get ready for that, by the way. Get ready for that every week. Every week I'm going to be doing that. He sold out. I sold out already. Anyway, intro, amazing. Beautiful intro. You know what's really cool about the intro, actually? It feels like every single week... Christmas gift, yeah, I know. Every single week we're getting more, right? We're getting more... We're here when he's sold out. We're getting more and more bits to the puzzle. It feels like it's becoming clearer what every single element of the OP actually represents, right? Like, the tunnel has more weight than it ever did. And then, obviously, when we see Aira and Momo together, that has more weight now. We know who the Hayashi band is, obviously. And it's really cool to see all of these things just kind of, like, unveiling on the way through the season. You know? It really is just beautiful. I really like, I know that obviously we've talked about this to death by now, but I really like the first OP. I do. I really, really, really like it. He said the thing. That was the thing. But I also think that this one is really special. You know? I think it's really special because of the story that it tells. I feel like we're probably going to go slightly more towards OP1 again in Season 3. Which is like... That's fine. I mean, it's to be expected because it's more fighting and more world-driven. But because this season is so honed in... is so honed in on the characters... that it feels really good to see something so character driven, right? You know, and this is what I mean by all of the the new OP definitely had a lot of weight on it, right? It had everything going against it. I think that they did the right thing by making it different, you know. But yeah, no. So immediately from the get-go, right? Just the little bits and pieces of the world are just added to here in a way that's really just fun and comedic. Like all the extension cables, right? All the extension cables and all of them all plugged in and stuff. I never skip the ending or the OP. They're just amazing. Like, I don't respect it. You guys skipping the intros and the endings, I don't respect it. Know that. I really like the ending of each episode. It's so amazing, right? There's one GIF specifically that is burned into my brain, right? In this house, we don't skip. We don't skip Dandadan stuffs. But yeah, seeing all of like the smoke, like coming from the things, it's like, and it does add to it, right? Like it's not just because it's funny. Even though it is funny, it's not just because it's funny, it's also showing us that this is drawing a lot of power, right? This is going to be a big deal. There's so much build-up to what's coming. All of the dials and stuff turning is just it's a classic trope from numerous different films, but it looks great. You know, it feels like whoever made this actually really does care about the music of it. Also, like, the gang when they're all together is just so fucking cool. It's so cute. I love it. You know, being bullied in Minecraft. Oh, that's a shame. No one bullies my boy Tim. Now this whole sequence with the Hayashi band is like outstanding. Like, it's magical, right? Like, it's actually hard to properly describe it in any real way without watching it currently, right? Like genuinely, it feels like you need to watch it to fully experience it just generally. Especially because they're complete klutzers at the beginning, right? You know, it's like you have to move to the beat, like you're whether you're just moving your legs or something like that, just bobbing your head, that kind of thing. All I know is that the gang are going to definitely have a bangover, right? You know, the headbang hangover, because that shit hurts. The lighting is so goddamn good. Oh my god. Oh, it looks so good, man. Oh my god. What the hell? Why does it look so good? Like, it's like the light show. The light show. No, it's not. That's not my phrasing, guys. That's not my phrasing. That's not my phrasing. That's a term. I don't know if it's just a UK thing, but it is a thing. It's a term, right? When you've been headbanging the night before, your neck all down here is like stiff and horrible. You know? No, it's a UK thing. All right. Yeah. My bad. But it's a classic. It's a classic symptom. But anyway, the red lights and stuff, it is like a concert. They've done a concert, right? Also, Aira's not being impressed is always like, you know what I mean? Like, what is amazing is that they took the manga here. They took the manga, and this is an example of an improvement that you just couldn't do in the manga, that you needed the anime for. And this is it. It's not just the lighting. It's not just the audio. It's not just the dynamism of the way that the camera moves or the way that the characters interact with each other. It's all of these things happening at the same time that adds an energy to what it is that you're seeing in a way that reading it just doesn't do. Yeah, no, brum. Yeah, exactly. Is what I'm saying. Like, this is genuinely outstanding. I could not have seen them doing as good a job as this at all. Everything here is perfect. The ghost audience is amazing. So clever. It's such a great addition. They wanted this to really work, right? And it is important. It is important because Dandadan is very, very involved in its music. Music is very important to Dandadan, right? Like as we're going to see in the next episode, and here, right? And then also with Koki in the more recent stuff. It's just very involved. It's a very involved element of the world. And clearly Tatsu cares about that kind of stuff quite a lot. So making that an important factor and doing it real justice here is really important. And the kind of like, there's also an element of apprehension in Gigi here that you get to see as he preps for the actual exorcism, because he doesn't really want to go through with it, right? I mean, obviously I've spoke about it at length in the Gigi video, right? CC, I mean, you're talking like probably like 2 years at least, right? Like between this and season 3, you're talking like 2-3 years. Which, you know, makes sense. You know, like, it makes sense. I mean, you want it done right. But I don't want it as a movie. It's too short, you know? I'd rather we got a whole experience again, you know? Because this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. I mean, this is... I like this more than the I mean, there's nothing to kind of compare, right? Like, I love everything that all the communities do, creating different versions of existing songs, that kind of thing. But something catered and tailor-made for the episode is unbeatable. You can't get past that. It's not something that you can easily outdo, without all of these moving parts to it, right? Like, I remember when I was doing the Cursed House arc, not the Evil Eye arc video. I tried to envision what it was that I would imagine was here, right? And I tried to kind of turn it into like a musical thing, but you've got what is essentially just still images. You've got still images, and you need to try and make that dynamic in a way. I tried my best with it. But I mean, it couldn't compare to something like this, right? You're describing something that doesn't exist, that has no actual replica. It's mere simulacra at that point of this moment. And I'm glad that they did it justice, right? Like, that's one of those examples of I'd love to go back and give that another shot, but there's nothing to really to go back over. You know, yeah. I mean, these are a really. This is a really special moment. I mean, they turn it into a concert, into a real, actual concert. There's showmanship here. There's a lot of really special effects that are happening that didn't need to be done. Even just the lighting, the blue on everybody is so unusual. It's not really a color that they invest much time in, right? Like it's strange to see everybody lit in blue in that capacity. You know? And they do the same effect, you know, with the lines and stuff, where they try to create the energy in the manga and make it look like things are moving fast. They do that here as well, and it looks a little bit uncanny in places, but I think that's the idea, right? They're blasting them out of this world, right? They're dragging them out of this world and into something else. Because they're awakening the dead, they're bringing two worlds together. So to a degree, it should look a little bit out there, right? 24 episodes. I mean, this. Yeah, no, Monardo's right. I mean, if you think about season 1 and 2 of Dandadan so far, it's basically a 24 episode season in 2 halves. The fact that this is called season 2 is a marketing thing, right? It is part 1 of season 1 traditionally, right? That is what you traditionally call core 2, right? Season 3, I can't see them spending 24 whole episodes on the space globalist stuff. Maybe they would. I can't see it necessarily. So you'd probably maybe even catch up with well, maybe they would, I guess. I don't know. I'd need to look at that. People have done the calculations, right? But I think that you'd probably get to the end of Danmara if you really were to work on it. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, you're talking. Yeah, no, Orbis, I hear you, but the season 1 and 2 are not season 1 and 2 in the way that you would envision it. This is part 2 of season 1, really. That is what it is, right? So the gap between season 1 and 2 is short because they had already basically started the full work on both halves of the season, right? In the same way that Squid Game did the same thing, right? But that means that the difference between season 2 and 3 is starting production from scratch and moving into a whole new 24 arc season 3 and 4, right? So you'll be talking about multiple years. You're talking multiple years before you're going to get something else. Like, you just are in production. Like, this stuff takes a long time. Animation takes a long time. Even a few seconds takes days. And that's without writing, storyboarding, everything. So, I mean, you're talking like 2 years, right? Like, which is fine. I mean, which is fine. You know? Yeah, no, exactly, CC. That's my point. So season 3 is a while away. So don't get your hopes up on it being another half a year away. You know? Yeah, it's going to be a long time. And they've got lots of other stuff. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, but they'd have to get Core 1 and Core 2 basically lined up for the same kind of half a year window together. So you're talking a long time even for that, because they both need to be basically ready to release within half a year of each other. Just the same that we've currently had with this. So walk back however long it took to make this season, and then there you go. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I presume that it will be a little bit quicker than making season 1 and 2, but they'll also want to up the budget. They'll also want to improve the animation. They'll also want to push the boundaries a little bit with it, I presume. You know? I don't know. I'm not an animator. I'm not an animator, so I can't really comment on how long the animation stuff takes. I hope it takes less time than that. Look, guys, I also want it to not take 2 years, right? This month has been amazing, right? The growth of the channel has been extraordinary, right? I don't want to have to wait 2 years to get back to doing this. I fucking love this. This is great. You know, we get to do this twice a week, the manga and then the episode. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I don't want to move past this period of time. All good things. You know? All good things. And it's even better to wait for those things to come back, right? Anyway. The concert is badass, right? And it has a kind of like manga-like element to it. Like, they recreate some of the panels perfectly here. It's beautiful. The whole thing's great. The lighting is amazing. The red and the way that it plays off of the flames is great as well. I love the way that they all move in sync as well. They made a full-blown song for this. No worries, Manny. Thanks for joining, dude. They made a full-blown song for this. This is a whole concert, right? And then bringing out the ghosts is that's such a cool idea. This is one of those examples of something that isn't in the manga that they came up with and they added it into it, and it looks amazing. I know. Oh, don't even. The soundtrack's going to be amazing. It's so good. But music, like I said, music is so important to this, and it just adds so much to it. You know? It also creates two kind of little stages of the different things that are happening as well. It helps us to kind of draw our eye when we're looking at this stuff and know where it is that we should be looking. And here's the thing with Gigi as well. Yeah, it'll be worth the wait, guys. It'll be worth the wait. However long we have to wait, it'll be definitely worth it. You know, however long it is, it'll be definitely worth it. Now, obviously, I've spoke about this at length with the Gigi video that I did, right? But this is, I think, a really good example of Gigi kind of finally coming into his own with the audience, especially the anime onlys. He isn't a bad guy. He comes off as really strong in the beginning, and even now to this day, right? I still get people on the Gigi video commenting stuff to do with him being very annoying, and presumably that's because of where he is in the manga, right? Not the manga, the anime. People who feel, however, about his place in the anime. But this is the first kind of, well, one of the better examples, insights into the kind of guy that he is. You know, the fact that he's willing to sacrifice so much to protect this kid who possessed him, who's done him no good, but he understands him, it's a lot of empathy. It's a very empathetic thing to do, right? What do you mean, spoilers? What? What am I spoiling? Did I say a spoiler? Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, you know, loose spoilers, but you know, like anyway. All right, yeah. Maybe let's try to minimize spoilers for the episode. But anyway, yeah. So getting to see that kind of side of him, I think, is really important to people finally starting to come around. People starting to come around to Gigi as a character, you know, and seeing the evil eye, almost tangled up in his hair is really interesting. Because in a lot of ways, right, the way that he reacted, the way that the evil eyes reacted to being this avatar of despair isn't even necessarily his fault. I mean, we spoke about it at length last week, but or it might have been earlier this week, but the evil eye is not necessarily a villain in the typical way that you would anticipate him being a villain, because his despair, and they use the term despair quite obviously, right? They use the word despair quite intently. Is the complete unhope, is how I would define it, is a complete lack, a void of hope, right? Because what else is there for him? He was born, he was shoved in basically a prison from day one, and despite that, and in spite of that, the only thing that he really possessed in any real way is hope. This desire to play with kids, to be a kid, to be normal, right? He's not normal. There's obviously something that people presumed was wrong or unusual enough about him to lock him away, right? In the anime seems to indicate it's to do with his hair, but it doesn't really matter, really, because people will pick something because it's easy. That's the way that people are, you know. They're scared of someone who's different, who's the other, and the evil eye still had that desire and hope for things to be different one day, right? The problem is that over the years, his only exposure to people has been through observation, through examining them. And over the years, the decades, the centuries, presumably, that he was in this house as a ghost, he's seen other little boys just like him. And those people, just like him, suffered just like him, right? Because people were taken from them. Their hope was taken from them. Their lives were taken from him. And over time, despite the fact that he still harbored that desire, that hope to connect with people who are kids just like him, he's seen the only nature of humanity, the only outside influence of people outside of that small domain that he has, is ignorance, cruelty, a humanity that's built on sacrifice of these children. Over time, the same pattern keeps getting repeated over time, is the awful nature of humanity from his perspective, because he's never seen anything different to believe anything different, is to hurt boys like him, right? And over time, what is there to hope for? Who is there to hope for? And it's through this desire to connect with these other kids, who he does connect with his hair, which is why this is a fantastic metaphor. It's not like he's willingly choosing to become this thing. He's connecting with them because he relates to them. He empathizes with them. He has hope to connect with them. But that hope is dashed and snatched away so many times over hundreds and hundreds of years that you get to a point where what is there to hope for? And what desire is there to want to connect with the outer humanity that just hurts people like him, right? His hope is what drives him to connect with these other kids. But in seeing them hurt over so long by the real humanity that's out there, that hope and desire and that empathy morphs and twists into something that, I mean, it is a twisted form of empathy in a way, to want to protect these children, or at the very least find revenge for them by destroying the world, because it's twisted and it's wrong from his perspective. That's all he's ever seen, right? Is a world that's nothing. And he has nothing to lose at all. Which is why it's so important to pair him up against someone like Okurun. It's so important to pair him up against someone like Okurun or even Gigi, because these people have people that they care about. In Okurun's case, he has one person that he cares about, and that was shown to be more powerful than a desire to burn the world down, because he beat the evil eye. And he overcomes, and he grows, and he gets stronger because he wants to protect his friends. You know? And the evil eye, in a lot of ways, is a conduit, right? And this is what I mean when I say that it's not his choice necessarily to become who he is. He takes on the despair and the pain and the suffering of all these people over the years, all of these spirits over the years, these people who have been hurt and sacrificed to the Tsushinoko by the Kitos, and at a certain point he just becomes a weapon for them, an avatar of despair, right? That's what he refers to himself as, is an avatar of despair, because he is nothing if not just the forward-facing way for them to get some degree of vengeance against a cruel world that deserves to be destroyed from his perspective, and theirs, presumably. And in a lot of ways, that means he's tangled up in it. So this visual of him almost being strung up by his own hair, he's confused. He's a kid, man. Like, he doesn't have the sophisticated way of viewing the world, or even the capacity to understand that there is something worth saving or protecting, because he's never encountered something like that. And rather than letting this kid essentially die, having never experienced anything but hate and pain and suffering, Gigi says no, right? He would rather suffer to give this kid a chance. And that's who he is, man. That's why I don't like it when people talk shit about Gigi, because he's trying. Yeah, he was a bit of like a nuisance at the beginning because we were viewing the story from Okurun's perspective, in the same way that Aira kind of came across as an annoying shithead because we were viewing the plot through Momo's perspective to some degree. Whereas now you start to relate to them over this arc. It's like super sad, yeah, just like Gigi says. And there's a purity to that. It is super sad. And that's more important. That's more important than that is something that they are willing to give up. In the same way that Gigi is willing to house this spirit inside of him at his own expense in order to grow as a character and to try to bond with the eye. That is reflected in the house as well. The house is being destroyed. The material house itself is being destroyed over time, but the bonds are getting stronger. They are literally physically losing stuff, being eroded at. But they do it because they're better people. You know what I mean? Yeah, they all begin as a semi-annoying trope, and that's why you bring them back. 6 months, Tim, that's amazing. It's been an absolute pleasure to know you for 6 months, my friend. Absolute pleasure. I mean, however long I've known any of you has been an absolute pleasure. Like, the honor is mine. Genuinely. I could not envision a more honest, generous, and dedicated group of people. So thank you, all of you, for being here for however long it is that you've been here. If it's a day, it's a day. If it's been 6 months, the beginning of the whole thing, which is what this is, Tim, the beginning of everything here. Thank you. No, you are the one that rocks, my friend. But anyway, my point is that Gigi is a fucking good character. You've got to take the good with the bad, you know. And the Evil Eye story is a tragedy, and it's arguably worse in a lot of ways than Akira Silky, because at least Akira Silky, minute to minute, had a lot of reason and purpose and fulfillment in the fact that she had moments that were good, and those aren't necessarily, even if she perceives them to be, but but objectively, those moments happened. Those never happened for him. He never had those moments. It was just all bad. It's all bad. So having the opportunity for something good now, I think is something that a lot of people wouldn't sacrifice for. You know? You're all wonderful, guys. You're all wonderful. I can't split hairs. I can't split hairs on my gratitude to you guys. Yeah, no, only Gigi saw the evil eye's backstory in the Cursed House arc, but this is the bit where Momo sees it, right? Genuinely though, I think that Momo's powers are clearly special, and I think that this is the reason. And that, for the record, yeah, exactly, yeah, the hair metaphor is so powerful. It's so powerful, but the fact that that Momo connects here, and they make a point of seeing the way that it impacts her aura and connects with her aura, I think that is, it's not like a retcon. That was obviously an important part of it from the get-go, but they intentionally emphasize that, I think, because this idea of auras, of her ability to look into auras and see their history, I think is going to be very, very important to the manga very soon. And I think that right now they're doubling down on how important it is and impactful it is in the anime, not as a retcon necessarily, but as a way of kind of like expressing, this is something you should take note of, because it's going to be important very soon. Momo is clearly very, very special, and her ability to interact with other spirits and auras and entities, I think, is the core of her power. And I think that's what is really important right now in the manga. And I think that's what's going to be very important for Momo in the manga, and maybe why her powers are so special and sought after. No, the real Dandadan were the friends we made along the way, old toaster, but, you know, we'll get there. Also, seeing the evil eye, like, there's something even more tragic about this version of it. Like, seeing it like this is so raw, because it's not some story. I suspect, right? I suspect the difference here is that the version of it that Gigi saw felt stylized in a way, because it's almost like that is the version that the evil eye wanted Gigi to see in order to extract as much sympathy from him, which he could exploit, right? He wanted to extract more sympathy for him from Gigi, so that Gigi would serve as the vessel for him. This is Momo seeing the truth of it, not a version of the truth, the reality of it. This is an exact replica of what it would have looked like, and it's based in reality, right? But it's worse. It's something about it. It's so much more desperate, right? It feels more desperate and sad, and it's maybe a little bit less. It's maybe a little bit less about like dancing in the face of it, and he's just tired. He's just tired. You know? Yeah, I think that he hammed it up intentionally before, but like, I don't know, it's just hard. It's really depressing. You know what I mean? Like there's a I don't know. It's just really sad. I mean, like, obviously, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to watch. I think, especially given, like, you know, he's just a kid. So I think it's important to give him a chance, you know? It's there for so long, and he's just staring. Like, doesn't matter the day, doesn't matter the year. What else is there to do in that box? You know? What else is there to do in a box where you have presumably nothing to eat because he's so skinny? And I think because the evil eye is being forced to pass on, perhaps, or maybe because he has a degree of sentience or something like that. But I don't know. There's something about this that I think hits so intensely in a way that the flashback doesn't necessarily, because the flashback feels like almost romanticized. You know, it feels romanticized, but this feels just like sad. He just looks tired. You know, you had nothing good, and there's nothing good that's existed in your life, and it's like, you know. And it's you got to remember as well with Gigi, he's also being manipulated, right? Like, he's being manipulated. He was betrayed. This is the kid that betrayed him to take over his body, and still he has a sympathy and empathy because that's the kind of guy that he is. He's got a really big heart. Not everybody could do that. It's easier for Gigi to look away, man. It's easier for everybody to look away, and if you think about it, in season 1, when Okurun was possessed by Turbo Granny, that was the same ultimatum that Saiko gave to Momo. You could just walk away from this and pretend and just move on from it, because it's all about sacrifice from here on out if you're gonna get involved. And getting involved is the right thing to do, man. I wish... Alright, Andrew, catch you. I wish that people felt this degree of responsibility in real life. You know? If everybody was like Gigi, man, this place wouldn't be so fucking shit. So it's really, I think it's really important to see this side of him. And this is, he didn't, exactly. And this is the thing, and this is, Toaster, brilliant. Yes. Toaster, fully. Okurun sees that this is his friend. Okurun has never had friends before. He has friends now, including Gigi, a guy who, up until very, very recently, he was up against, he was contrasting and conflicting with. Right? Now he's willing to do whatever it takes to support the will of his friend, because this is the right goddamn thing to do. Right? And that's what it is. This is what these people are. They support each other. And these acts of wanting to do these things are so central to the growth of the characters together. You know? It's not just a matter of... It's not just a matter of like, oh, well, I Okurun, want to save the evil eye. It's more about he sees that this matters to his friend. And that's what he wants to protect. He wants to protect the will of that. And he's willing to sacrifice as well, because everybody takes on a little bit of the load, man. Everybody takes on a little bit of it, and it's not so heavy. And that's what makes good friends. And at first, Aira is incredibly resistant. Aira is really resistant at first, because that's who she is, right? Like, she doesn't actually have any close bonds either. She's not really the type of person, at least at this point in the story, to give up things that she cares about in order to protect other people. At least not immediately. Right? She did it with Momo. In regards to the rumors. Now, that was her fault. So it was a bit different. It was her fault. But she holds responsibility for that. and she mans up and does the right thing because it is the right thing, and she does like Momo, right? It takes a little bit of work and coercion, but underneath that, you get past the first reaction and start to strip away the layers, and you start to see who people really are. And Aira has a huge arc in this arc, right, where she comes to the realization that these are her friends as well, and she wants to get stronger to protect that. And it's only when just like with the rumors that she started, it's only when she's dragged into it very personally and very much from the perspective of she messed up that she starts to get properly involved. And we see that next episode, right? When she starts to take on responsibility because she messed something up, or she made the wrong calculation and it almost got somebody that she actually does care about hurt, then she mans up, then she steps up to the plate. And that's what she does. And these consistencies in the characters are like, it's what defines them as different characters from each other, right? It'd be really easy for everybody to be like, oh yeah, we're all besties, right? But for Okurun, he sees that Gigi's his friend. That's all that it takes for him to want to do it. Momo's inspired by him, but not just by him, but by the fact that she, I guess, kind of helped make him into this, right? This is the guy that she's decided is her, I suppose, Ken Takakura, right? And she's seeing that in live action right in front of her face. It's happening right in front of her. He is literally being that guy, and she can see that is the case. It's not just in the fact that he tried to save her. He does it for other people as well, and that's what a fucking hero does, man. You know, they do the right thing. It doesn't even matter if it's just about them or just because they love some person. You know, and it's one of the things that I love about Okurun is the way that he grows. Yeah, definitely, Tim. I just think that it's also because normally it feels like Okurun is not normally the first guy to stand up and say and take an active role in I'm gonna do this, right? Like typically he doesn't just go I'm gonna be the one to do this. This is him doing that. He's more confident than he's been before, and he also is enabling and enacting the things that she cares about the most, which is a desire to do the right thing. You know? And through sacrifice as well. And this is important to anybody who's watched the Okurun video. Anybody who's watched the Okurun video, a very important element to the Otaku no Roman, right? The man's romance, the Japanese action hero, is a level or degree of self-sacrifice, right? The ability to stand up and not just do what's easy or the expedient kind of like way to solve the conflict, is to do what it takes to moralistically to stand up for your values and enact those on the world, even when it's difficult, especially when it's difficult, because those are the moments where they're tested. What's the point in having values or representing something or standing up for something if you're not ready to step up to the plate, to kind of make them into the real thing, right? And that is through sacrifice. I think Aira comes a long way. I mean, you maybe don't like her right now, but she is Welsh. That's true, Orbis. No, Aira has the Valley Girl accent. We established this. She's a Valley Girl. We've established this. We all voted on it, and everybody agreed, because it more than 50%. Yeah, well, action and sacrifice, right? I mean, like being able to the fact that he is carrying the burden on his shoulders is a degree of sacrifice. He could get hurt. He could die. He puts himself directly in the front firing line of the evil eye, and that is a sacrifice, right? To in a way, action and sacrifice are the same kind of thing. In this regard, especially because the evil eye is pretty goddamn strong. And in his mind, he doesn't know that everybody's going to stand up with him either, right? And then Momo throws her arm around him, and this is this great example again of a degree of physicality involved, in the way of comfort and camaraderie. She didn't need to do that, and she probably wouldn't have done that until earlier. And they've both got kind of blushed cheeks as well. Like it's an excuse on some level, but also they're just closer than they were before in every single facet of their relationship because of everything that happened before. You know, like all those character little bits and moments and stuff, you're starting to see it unfold. Like everything in the Cursed House arc between Gigi and Okurun, between Momo and Okurun, these things, these big moments that happened, or their physical kind of like connections, you're starting to see what their relationships look like now going forward, and it is inherently closer, right? Like it is just a closer relationship than it was before. That's the standard, that's the new normal. And obviously Aira and Momo haven't made much progress, but you know, soon guys, soon. It's also great. I just love like Gigi just wants to hug Okurun. Oh my god, they're friends, man. Oh, this is the group. This is the gang. This is the gang, man. Oh, we're hitting out with a moments. This is the gang. This is the group. I love it, man. Oh, this is what we need more of, though. This is the Evil Eye arc. This is why it's so special to me, because you see these little moments. It's great. Oh, we are only halfway through the episode, and we are a solid nearly 2 hours in. These are our goobers, man. Oh no, Okurun punched through a building. Oh no. Right, this is a great place to pomade, I think, guys. I think this is a great place to do the pomade. While I still have it in me. Yeah, it was a good hug, eh? Alright, guys. So, really quick, while we're here, I've obviously glazed numerous people here in the chat, but I just want to take a second to shout out the Yokai Power user tiers. That's the highest tier patrons and members on YouTube and Patreon. Every single week I come into this thinking, okay, I'm gonna just get through it. I'm just gonna get through it without going on, but I don't know how to kind of like express my gratitude without stumbling through it, I guess, in a way. I just feel really generally like it's a very overwhelming thing still. So look, the fact that there are more people on the Yokai Power tier users than there are on the Dandadan, and also the people who have not been gifted Serpo. If you count about count the people who haven't been gifted Serpo rank, and you also count the people who haven't so people on Dandadan and people who haven't been gifted Serpo rank, there are more users on the Yokai Power tier user rank than on the other two combined, which is wild to me, guys. That is crazy to me. So thank you. So I'm gonna go through it. I don't know that I can pronounce the katakana because I can't read it, so I can't do that. All right. But anyway, that's Angle. That's Blissy Ninja. Burlap Sack, Danny Sama of the Tokugawa clan, Emperor of Altruism. What the fuck is going on, man? What is happening? We're in a samurai arc in the Discord, guys. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member and you get access to the Discord. 5th Gram, Mr. the Samurai Wolf Sensei, God damn. Orbis. Thank you for a normal name. Hayashi. Shogun Overlord Jellies. Spider-Man. Emissary from Hell. Zero. Another normal one, thank God. And Tim Kai. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, even with the ridiculous names. In fact, especially because of the ridiculous names. It was my fault. I acknowledged my role in this. I was the main instigator of the samurai arc. Samurai. Yeah. Yeah, no, thanks, Orbis. Appreciate you. Anyway, back to the episode, because we are like way behind where we should be, and it's your fault, for the record. The fact that we are way behind where we should be is your fault. Okay, we're nearly, we're almost 2 hours in. We're almost 2 hours in. We're in a cowboy arc, we're in a samurai arc now. Anyway, back to the episode. Then it's obviously raining. I love the makeup running, but they're still so committed to the bit. This is like their way. This is their life, right? Like, it's not the rock thing, the punk rock thing. The hardcore rock thing is not like a bit. That is just who they are, right? Tim, don't worry about it. It made your name easier for me to say, so don't stress about it. Also, we see Psycho's new haircut. Love it. Love it. Amazing. Let's just keep that, please. I'm begging you. Can we just keep that? You know, it's a good look. I love seeing them pack up their stuff as well. They're like, anyway, guys, see ya. They all walk in unison as well. Right? Like, goddamn. The house looks awful. The house looks awful, man. No. Oh, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Messy bun. Messy bun. Let's go. Let's go. And Psycho's just pushes him over with a bat, and she's just like, you're an idiot. You're not even doing it right. Oh. All the cardboard, man. The place looks like crap. It's crazy. I'm a big fan. Yes, I'm a fan as well, Blissy. We need more of this. The place is like a nightmare. I'm surprised that the lights still work, right? I'm telling you guys, when Momo and Okurun come into the house together, when they come into the house together next week, that pillar is not going to be there anymore, and it's going to, you know, then you can compare it directly against that one from last week, and you'll see that the barrier between them has been taken down, right? Because they're closer than they were before. And I think that's a very powerful metaphor, right? Oh yeah, Momo doing the thing. The peace thing. Love it. Yeah, I know, the Hayashi band are really chill, to be fair. They're just chill guys. Anyway, so Gigi has spiritual powers, and there's a really, yeah, other piece Momo. Yeah. I don't think it's on here, is it? No, it's not. I love this transition. I love this oh, is it? It's because there's more than two of them. I love this this transition where they zoom in on his eye. You know? They didn't need to do it. It looks really cool. You know? And it's just looks really cool. It's his classic look as well. The Evil Eye's actual look. Now, the nighttime sequence. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's great. Look at them. They move like little caterpillars in the little sleeping bags. It's so fucking cute. So goddamn cute. Did I rename it? I don't know why I did that. Look at them. They're also sleepy. It's also the fact that it's like, you know what? You know what? Does it work? Hold on, guys. You'd think that I'd have prepped these things up, but I never do. There you go. Something a bit more sleepy sounding. Cute. Cute, huh? You think I'd tee these things up, wouldn't you? You know? Anyway, so I love that they're in the little sleeping bags and it's all cute and nightimey. You know? Everything just moves so slow. Everything just moves so slow and it does make you weirdly tired. The degree to which the house has been destroyed is crazy as well. Okurun's socks are great. Those are winter socks. I love that. I love that. That is real. That is like legit real. And the way that he scratches his foot with his other foot, why they didn't need to put that in there. They didn't need to put that in there, but they did it because it's like that would enhance the scene, the vibe of the scene. You know, like. Also, the way that the mirror steams up. Why? Like, who asked for that? Nobody. I didn't expect that they would do that. It's crazy. But it looks good. God damn. That's as good of a reason as any, isn't it? Right? And Aira sleeping and snoring is the best. She's honk-shooing. She is honk-shooing in the background. I can see it. Her mouth actually does the honk-shoo. Look, we can see it. Look, I'll show you, alright? Look, can you see? Watch this. She honk shoes. Honk shoe. Girl be honk shoeing in the background. She probably would have pretended if you did. This is how you sum up Aira as a character, right? Here I'm about to lay it on you, right, guys? This is how you sum up Aira as a character. Okay? She's the kind of girl who will tell you that she me when she sleeps, but the reality is she shoo when she sleeps. That's the kind of girl Aira is. All right, that's who she is. And you can quote me. Clip that, chat. Clip that. Go on. Oh God. Anyway, and I love that Gigi and Okurun just walking back together. It's such a bonding moment as well. They've come so far. I love it. I love to see it. You know, because they could have taken a completely different direction. That like their relationship could have gone in a completely different direction. You know, it didn't have to be one that's built on friendship. It could have been one that was a rivalry. But what's the point? You know, they've all got the same intentions in mind. They're all friends. Yeah, I absolutely adore it as well, Angle. Hi, Angle. Good to see you. Just them putting the cardboard away. Oh my God, like covering up the window with the cardboard looks so intricate for no reason. Other than the fact that it kind of adds to that nightimey vibe, right? Like the fact that he's so sluggish when he's doing it. You can feel in the way that he's moving that he's tired, that he's exhausted. This is like really just the middle of the night, you know? But still, it's basically doing chores and stuff. And it is a lot of hassle. There's a lot of hassle, and Gigi expresses that, but Okurun's like, look, you know, I get it, you know? And the fact that psychopath, and this is it, right? We see this constantly in this arc. I feel like it's something that I've mentioned a few times. I've mentioned it a few times across a variety of the streams, but there's a Psycho's role in this arc is really important. Because it's about her trying to protect people from the world, right? Like from certain adult perspectives, but she's also passing on lessons when she does that, right? She wants to be the protector. She wants to be the adult. She wants to make sure that they're safe, and she also wants to make sure that people who like Gigi when he shows spirit, or later on in that moment where Okurun shows spirit and stands up, those are things that she wants to foster in people, that she wants to help grow those kind of mentalities, because they're good traits, and she tries, you know, but at the end of the day she can't control everything. And it's also worth acknowledging that this arc starts with her apologizing for sending the group to the cursed house in the first place, right? That's the beginning of this whole thing. And I think that that's her whole arc throughout this as well, is kind of like, I guess, learning that she can't protect everybody from all of that. Yeah, exactly, Toaster. Yeah. That's what completes the whole thing for me, right? It's that she has, even if she doesn't look responsible, she is, right? And it's great. Also, Momo's sleep versus Ida's is crazy. It's crazy, you know? Yeah, like she's a good person. Seiko is a good person, and she does want to help, and she wants people to want to help as well, you know? Even when she tells Momo in episode 2 of season 1 that she should just drop this and move on, I feel like that's a test more than anything. It's her basically saying, do you want to see this through? Do you have it in you to see this through? Right? What kind of person are you? And giving her the option to choose. I think that's another really great thing in her, right? This whole sequence where Aira is getting ready in the morning as well is crazy. They go so hard with this for no reason. It looks great. But I feel like this is a really good insight into Aira as a character, right? She's a perfectionist, you know? Even in the morning, she's a perfectionist. She gets ready, and it's important for her to look her best at all times. And I think it's, I don't know, spending time with the character one-on-one like this, I think is a really important way to get us to kind of to like her, to understand her. I mean, when she's when she's on her hair, when she's straightening her hair, you only just see in the background Momo's getting up and just shuffling along the ground. This is the difference between these two girls, by the way. It's great, right? It's like, it's great. Even her mug, right? Even her mug, she sets it perfectly. Or perhaps that's yeah. She sets all of it just absolutely perfectly. Also, Turbo Granny in her sleeping bag is the cutest shit, right? Yeah, exactly. It's relaxing. It's you get to know the character a little bit. It's lots of really cool things. That's a lot of rice that you're getting for Okurun, Aira. That is a lot of rice. Just them walking to school is the best, man. I miss this stuff so much, man. I miss this stuff in the manga so much. You know? He's a growing boy. Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I just said, yeah, Okurun's rice. He's a growing boy. I just really love the way that Okurun smiles as well when all of this is happening around him. Because, like, this is his friends, man. Like, these are his friends. This is what it's all about. This is what it's been about, right? Like, he's finally made it. He's got a group of friends, and it's cute. It's sweet. I love it. It's amazing. It's great. You know, he deserves it. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. You know? Yeah, it is a private thing. You're right. It's something that she doesn't need to necessarily. It's her preparing, I guess, to kind of put on that mask that she wears out with the facade, right? And you start to see a transition into it. I think that was just one day there. I think that was just one day staying there, to be honest. But I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really take place over a very long time. See, this enhanced bit is so ridiculous. It's so fun, though. You know? It's so cute. I love it. But they're really creative. Like, I feel like this the people who work on this are just the most creative people. All the shots are really nicely put together as well. you know. Even this shot here is great because obviously Miko and Muko are a team. Like they're basically they come as a duo, right? As we made very clear during the tier list arc that we were on, right? But it comes as a duo, and it feels like because they're padding out this both sides of the scene, and you can see that it's like it naturally drags you towards Momo in the middle, and it looks great. Like these small kind of like choices of shot are really impactful. They're really impactful to really creating a cohesive kind of like way of dragging us towards looking at whatever, right? This, like, I love these two, man. Look at them. Look at them. They've got plans. They know what they're doing. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Triangles, rules of thirds, all of these things. Look, and again, like it doesn't just impact like where it is that you're looking or what the subject should be, or even the fact that when you go back to this shot that we were just looking at, right? The authority, it's the way that they move, right? The authority here is obviously Momo. She's a very dynamic, powerful individual. And it looks like they're taking in information, right? They're taking in information, and then in the next shot, we go down to their level, right? Because the information isn't being taken in anymore. This is them formulating a plan together. They're working together. There is no thing in the middle. They are the ones in the middle. Even these, even the little like fuck, what are they called? The pokey sticks, right? Even those are like, it's like a connective tissue. It's like it's electricity. These two know what the other one is already thinking, right? They don't even need to properly discuss it. They're just like, I know what it is, right? Two separate colors, flavors of the same thing, right? And then in the next shot, right? In the next shot, they're no longer, we're not on eye level. We're not looking up. They are the ones who are looking down because they've taken in information from Momo. They're still down. Then they're on the same level. They are formulating a plan together. And this is them executing their plan. They have the authority in the scene, and it keeps that same cadence, that same symmetry as it moves through. It's just perfect. It's like these are the things that it's like each of these storyboarded moments are designed for a reason, right? A design for a reason, and this is what it is, right? Like now they are enacting the plan. They are the ones who have the information now, and they formulated, so they took in the information, formulated a plan, now they are expressing that, and they also have the power in the situation, right? And that's why we've got this low angle looking up at them. They're intimidating, but also we can see their faces now. We know what it is exactly that they're planning. From straight on rather than side on, right? Fantastic. It's just fantastic. It's a level of cinematography that is just not necessary or captured in most anime, in my opinion. But they just do it inherently. They just do it naturally in the way that they direct the episodes. It looks amazing. It just looks great, you know. And you have the same shot as well, the reverse shot from them looking down on him straight afterward. It's the same thing, and it really highlights the fact that these two are a duo, right? And then they obviously drag him off in an iconic shot, right? That's iconic from the manga as well, which looks great always. Well, here she is. It's Rin. It's Rin, as boring as ever. I'm joking. I'm trying to. I'm being intentionally contentious. I apologize. As boring as ever. I'm doing it on purpose. No, I'm doing it on purpose. I swear to God. No, I think that it's important that she looks a little bit kind of like backgroundy, because she intentionally is a bit of a background character, at least at this point, you know. And she hasn't gone through her thing yet, right? Where she becomes important. Yeah, Rin, who did nothing about the bullies until someone who was not bullying him. Everybody just taking photos of them dragging him around is great too, right? He's like, I'm not going on a date. He's been, like, imagine what it's like being in the cars and seeing this, by the way. You know? And then there's everything's stopping. Everything's stopping. And he's just like, what happens if Gigi and Momo went on and were having tea? Would that be a date? And he's like, no. Because these two know, man. They're the best. They're the best. They're the best side characters. They are the best side characters. They're great. Also, the addition of the stuff on the train in this is fantastic. The stuff he's trying to escape. They're like, no, you're not going anywhere, idiot. You're coming with us. This episode, yeah, no, Toaster, this episode's amazing. This episode is great. It's like, no, you're not going anywhere. And literally dragging him through the streets. But you know what it is? You know what it is, Toaster, about this episode? Is it doesn't feel like there's any one scene specifically that blows the rest out of the water. It's just so consistently excellent on all fronts. And I adore that about it. You know? Everything is just so well done. They really pad out the environments as well and show you everything about the area, which is nice as well. And they literally drag him in. Yeah, the music cutting out is great. Also, the place that Momo's working looks a lot more dingy than I anticipated it looking. Like all the things around, like the elevator and stuff, there's a little bit of like what appeared to be like a drawing, like just stickers, a little bit of graffiti as well. You know, it's like not the most high class establishment, which is interesting. She did get the job very quickly, to be fair. Oh my god, man, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see this next episode. It's gonna be great. You know, they really nail all of the character expressions as well. She just drops the tray as well. It's so good. This is it though. Like, that is like the moment of everybody just kind of stopping and it being really awkward is something that you can capture in the manga, right? You can capture that in the manga, obviously, but adding in an audio cue like that amid the silence is something that you can only do with this. And it's another thing that they added that just makes it feel more real, more alive. No, I don't think that the elevator was in it. Yeah, she just quickly just catches it. Yeah. And then also there's like such a dynamism to the way that they swap sides, right? Like they swap sides. These two are the most mischievous people on Earth. They just keep swapping sides. Oh, it's so great. Look at them. Like, they're here. And then they're here. Wait, and then there's like, they're just... And then they're back here again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable nuisances, man. The hell is these... Like, you know what I mean? They know what they're doing. They know what the score is as well, right? And part of that is because they know Momo. They know her, like, they are friends, obviously. It's just really nice. It's just really nice to see them rooting for them. It's so good. Like, we need more of it. They don't get enough play in later arcs. Also, all of the everything here just looks so clean. Like all the characters look so well lit. All the lighting in this season has been absolutely astonishingly good. The shadows look really good on all the hair and everything. I feel like you get a really good vibe of the atmosphere of the kind of place that this is, right? Oh, it's just cute. The whole thing's really cute. And then that's a great place. That is a great place to end it. Like, we're obviously talking about where to. Oh god, it's a good job that you left support. You don't want to go back to when Rin showed up. You don't want to go back. Yeah, no, exactly, Blissy. Exactly. No, exactly. Like, they're just. Oh, it's so cute, man. They're so cute. This is the best place to end it. I'm glad that we got a little bit of a respite from the from just the moments, the Momokuru moments, and we got a little bit of time to let everything around it breathe. I'm glad that they spent so much time in the house, the nighttime house stuff. I'm really pleased about that, because that sets an atmosphere and a tone for the relationships. I just think that, I don't know, it just feels like this is the kind of stuff I wish there was maybe a little bit more of in recent Dandadan, right? Like a little bit of time to kind of just kind of dwell in it a little bit. I suppose you get a bit of that in the Amakis and stuff, and I suspect that partially that is why the fan book is coming out and things. But I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of there being a little bit more time to kind of just take it all in, you know? Just a little bit of time to take it all in, because it feels really good to see this kind of stuff. Yes, quite right, Toaster. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, I also agree with you, Toaster. I think that after this arc in the manga, without going into too much work about like depth about it, because obviously I guess someone in here may not be caught up. Without going into too much depth about it, I think that we need a little bit of slowing down for even a mini arc, right? Just a mini arc. Like, I've done a whole rant on filler before, and I'm not going to go back into it, right? But I don't think that taking time for the characters to just kind of like have a minute, or like 10 chapters of just chilling, right? Across an arc. I don't think that that's necessarily filler content. It's just the characters. It's reminding us. It's a nice touch point for us to remember why the characters are doing what they're doing. It would be nice to get a little bit more of that, because this arc has so much of that in it, right? Yeah, I even character, like, one of my sole criticisms, one of my only criticisms of Dandadan, is that, you know, some of the side characters kind of get a little bit lost in the weeds at times, like the interactions between them, and it does look like that's being rectified with the recent arc. It feels that the recent arc is building those bonds between them, but I think that the Evil Eye arc did it the best, just because the fact that the crew was still very small, and they were all living together, so there was a degree of overlap with everybody, and it was nice. It's nice. I mean, this is like a golden era of Dandadan, right? Yeah, I mean, like at a certain point, I think people talking about filler or tropes and cliches, even those talking about those without properly explaining in what capacity you could consider them to be filler or egregious or cliches or tropes, becomes kind of tropey, right? Like the criticisms that people levy towards non-plot moving content becomes kind of a trope in and of itself, right? Like I just don't see, I don't like Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura running around chasing cats. That's filler, because nothing advances. The best example, I'm going to start talking about filler again at this rate. The best example of it is the Fly episode in Breaking Bad, right? You get a lot of depth and understanding of the characters in that, even though it's just them chasing around a fly for the whole episode. It's not just about the fly. It's not just about the fly. It's about everything to do with the characters and the way that they respond to that, and why it is Walt's obsessed with the fly, and how Jesse interacts with Walt. These are important character moments, right? It doesn't advance the plot. Necessarily, but it's irrelevant. In the same way that the stuff with Momo and Okarun in the maid cafe, it doesn't advance the plot necessarily, but it doesn't need to. The plot for this arc is slow. The plot for this arc is just to deal with the evil eye, and that lets there be a lot of room for other things, right? If you're in the middle of the cursed house arc, and then you slap down this kind of content in there, then it's going to feel more kind of fillery, because you've literally slowed down the plot to do that. Whereas this, it's like it is intrinsically involved in the plot. All the character moments are, because it's a very character-driven story. The arc, you know. Mr. White, yeah. But I don't know. This is nice, man. This is the stuff. This is the shit. I wish there was more of it. I'm really excited for the next episode. I'm really excited for the rest of the season. This episode was pretty perfect, honestly. They keep hitting, guys. I don't really know what to say, because at a certain point, I just start looking like completely subjective, like an untrustworthy commentator on the content, right? But I genuinely, like, watching that, I have nothing to say that's negative about it, because it's just great. It feels really good. And everything this season has felt really good. Like, I don't know what I could even point out as something that I would critique negatively. Like, there's one thing that all season that I felt was not amazing. It was not great. And that was purely just seeing when Psycho came down from the ship during the fight with the evil eye. I felt that was dragged out. I think it stole all of the oxygen from the moment, because it just kept going and going and going and going. And it's kind of like, I was like hyped. I was like, yeah, let's go. And it's like, we're still going. That's it. That's my one thing. Everything else, I've really, really enjoyed every minute of it. I like that. That is the only thing. Honestly, yeah, I think it was probably the TV break thing. But even so, it's like it was just too long. You know, it was just too long for me. But like, again, that's a tiny thing. It's not enough to justify. It doesn't even take a point from the season, right? Like, it's a single moment in what is going to be numerous episodes, right? But in this episode, the last episode, pretty much every episode of the season, there have been very limited things that I've wanted to point out and go, that was not done perfectly. That was not done excellent. That didn't excel and advance the source material, because almost every single scene has been perfectly replicated. I would argue that this season has been much stronger in a lot of ways than some of the stuff in the first one, right? Like, I think that the green filter on the Serpo arc kind of makes it a little bit unattractive to rewatch. Despite the fact there are some really good moments in there, it's not really the top of my list of things to go and rewatch, because of the fact that there's this snot filter on it the whole time. I think that was a mistake. I think that was perhaps a slightly poor use of lighting, because they were trying to go for that kind of like color-coded villains kind of thing. But now, like this season, I feel like there's been nothing like that. The lighting is better. Oh yeah, Okurun's speeches again. Even in that, the actual content of that arc, the content of that arc is very, very good. Which is why I feel that slapping the filter on top of it kind of stole some of the momentum from it, a little bit, you know. Whereas the stuff with Taro and things like that was extraordinary. I think that's one of the highlights of anything. Like I think it was just amazing. More podcast bundled. Yeah, that's exciting, Tim. Actually, I never got back to dealing with those old ones. Actually, now I think about it, I've just been so on top of things, like underneath things rather, buried by things, and I wish I'd gone back to it. Now I think about it. I know, it's tough going. Absolutely. Well, I mean, like to be honest, like the past few months have been absolutely exhausting. I'm when this season's over, and all the video content is produced, I'm happy to get back to that, dude. I understand if you don't want to wait that long now. I understand if you don't want to wait that long. Like, you know, it's just honestly half the time I'm unreliable with the things in my life that I am immediately responsible for. like between the Kaiju arc and the next video after that, it was like months of content, right? I know the season will be over eventually, Pickle, my dude. The season will eventually be over, you know. It makes me very sad, but it's the true, you know. But that's how it be. Blu-rays 5 through 8. Yeah, I don't even think that. Yeah, I mean, the ideal way to own them is definitely on Blu-ray, right? Like I was going to get them on Blu-ray, but I decided against it until like the special edition and stuff is released in the UK. I don't even know when that is. Like I actually genuinely don't know when the hell that's supposed to be released. Yeah, if you just keep it on repeat. Yeah. Because like we get screwed over here so bad. We get screwed over here so bad when it comes to this kind of stuff. I don't know why. It's like it's really hard to get your hands on the Blu-ray content. You know. Like they sell it on eBay. Hope you're up. Yeah. We'll have a period of mourning. We'll have a mourning period between all of us guys. December. Wait, is that season 1 Blu-ray or season 2? Because I still can't seem to get my hands on the special edition of season 1. A DVD player. Well, number 1, we're talking about Blu-ray support, and number 2, I have a PlayStation. That's season 1. That's crazy. That is wild. Yeah, I think that you, if you're gonna do that, Tim, you need the appropriate type of Blu-ray player, I believe. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It would be nice to have it for sure, right? But we'll see. You know, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, like, right. So let's quickly think through. Let's quickly think through. So, yeah, we got through the episode. We got through the episode. Yeah. Alright, catchy support. Yeah, I mean with the content and stuff, with the content and stuff, yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's lots of stuff to do, right? I mean, I imagine when we get through the season, I'll be able to finish off all the stuff that I had planned before the season hit, and I got sidetracked on the shorter videos, which have had, you know, varying degrees of success, right? Like that video that released this week has definitely slowed down quite a lot. Has slowed down quite a lot in views, which is, you know, fine. You know, I don't think it made the cut necessarily in the same way with viewership that the previous one made, which was huge, which is at 70k, right? At current rates, it's probably going to hit 100k 100k soon, which is pretty wild, right? Which is pretty exciting. But you know, these things, they ebb and flow. But with the actual content release coming forward, guys, it's a funny thing. It's really just a matter of what strikes me as content worthy, right? The difficulty of the current situation, the kind of like the impasse, I suppose, that we're at the moment, is that each episode that comes out is completely unknown to me. So this kind of inherently means that I am having to wait for the episode to come out before I can write anything, put anything together, see if there's something that really ticks the old brain. This week has actually been incredibly fortuitous because it aligns very nicely with the piece of content that I already had pretty much done. I've just been rewriting the ending. So I'm hoping to release that on Sunday. I feel like a Sunday is a nice day to release a video. Everybody's a little bit freer. There's no work that day. It means that we can kind of just all chill out and watch the video, which I like. So let's aim for Sunday. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. Cool times. Let's aim for Sunday as it stands. Depending on how well the rewrites and the re-recordings go, that should be fine. I mean, we're talking like 5 minutes. It's got like 5 minutes left and it's done. But I need to take a look at the script and edit stuff and things like that. Because some of the footage from this week actually would be really nicely adapted to it, actually. You know, but that'll be good. It's maybe a slight departure from the past two videos, which have been very involved in events in the anime, the Momokuru moments. Like, it's going to be a little bit less involved in that and a little bit more topical, which is nice. You know, it's nice to have a even balance of things. You know, you don't know what's going to hit with who. But honestly, this has been an absolute pleasure so far. Like being able to work on all of these different pieces of content has been really enjoyable overall. I've enjoyed it a lot. I'm quite excited for what comes next. I'm gonna miss the season though. I mean, doubling up the streams has been really gratifying. You know, I feel like across this period of time, I feel more confident with where everything is. Hi Eric. I feel more confident with where everything is with the channel. I feel like a little bit more. I feel like more in tune with the channel as well. I feel like more in sync with what everybody is doing and where we're all at. I feel more comfortable sitting here and talking to you guys because we've been doing it so much that it feels like it's just a second nature at this point, that we can just sit here and chat. And I enjoy that, right? I'm glad to be here and do it. It's great. Yeah, no, many for sure. Like we've done a few gaming things in the past. We've done repo. I tend to pick from the higher tier patrons first for things that have very restricted groups sizes, but we played Among Us and things like that with the whole community, which is really fun. Best place to be updated on all of these things, anybody who's listening who's interested in these things, Patreon link in the description. Join my Discord through the Patreon as a free member, and that'll get you access to the Discord. But the Discord is the best place to stay up to date with the channel. I mean, I'm going to try and update the Patreon a little bit more. I'm trying to, or going to try to, weekly give it a little bit of an update, even if it's just a bit of a kind of like where I'm at, what I'm thinking about, just the kind of like insight into almost like a blog, I think. Kind of like a blog, I suppose. Try out that thing that you made. Yes, that's true. That is very true. We still need to do that. We should probably talk about when to do that. And let me see. What else? Yes, so I'm hoping tomorrow, guys, that I'll have... I mean, it would be pretty ideal if tomorrow I get the rest of my order shipped. I think it will be here tomorrow. So I can finally... Alright, they're processing it at the hub, so it might be delivered tomorrow. Then I can, hopefully for Monday, go through the rest of this merchandising, and we can get this stuff in a position where it can be purchased, right? Where you guys can get that sort. Oh, did you not see it, Tim? Doesn't look as great there, but look, we've got some merchandise coming. So not just this, generally speaking, like not just mugs and not just accessories. We've got clothing items that I'm working on currently. I'm hoping that they all come through as samples nicely. I've been working with some of the members in the amazing community that we've got, guys, to get some stuff ready so that it can be shipped out to you guys whenever it is that you guys decide to purchase it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I just need to make sure that the samples come through right. Otherwise, it's back to the drawing board. I hope that isn't the case, because getting samples through is pricey. But, you know, that is how it is. But at the moment, right, what I'm thinking is I'm going to kind of create a bit of a phased approach to some of the merchandise. The mug has come out really nicely. This is a guaranteed going on the store kind of thing, right? Like, really cool. Little Momo hand there, and then the logo. This is going to go up on the storefront. I need to finish making the website. I've been working on that in the background as well. Is getting a website running. I need to work on hosting and things like that. In a branded Safeties On rookie mug. Yes. So I'm hoping to get this on the website. There's a guaranteed going on the website piece of merchandise, and then I have a t-shirt, hoodie, and then a variety of other little accessories and things like that I'm currently going to be sampling tomorrow. If that's all good, I can see as early as next week getting this stuff in a state where you guys can start ordering. Hopefully that will also be posted on the YouTube channel as well for other people to purchase too. And then from there, I'm going to be basically looking at phasing in some of the content, some of the attire. No pre-order, because I need to make sure that the attire is ready. If it's all good, I will be able to showcase it to you guys on Monday. There's no chapter on Monday, guys, but we will still be doing a stream, same time, 9:30 UK time. You want to stay up to date on the exact times of that? Patreon link in the description. Join my Patreon as a free member. Access to the Discord. That's where the best place to stay up to date on the channel is. I'll be updating everybody in the announcements about that. And I'll be able to showcase to you guys what it looks like on Monday when we're doing some other stuff besides just the manga. We're going to go through the recent Daizuken for Dandadan. at least as much as I'm able to get through in regards to that. And hopefully we can launch that next week if all looks well. I'm very excited, guys. I've been working on it for ages. Working on this for ages in the background whilst also working on the videos. It's a one-man show, guys, and then also doing all the streams consistently. Streaming one-man show, and so it's a little bit of work, but it's something that I'm really excited to be able to I'm very excited to be able to get this stuff in front of you guys. I'm hoping that it goes well, because if this goes well, we can start. Thanks, Blissy. I love you guys as well, for real, like legit. I just, you know, I like the idea of being able to get some of this stuff to you, right? I'm gonna try my best to keep everything as affordable as possible so that people can actually get it for reasonable prices. And yeah, I'm just excited to be able to get some of this stuff out to people. Genuinely, I'm very excited to get some of this stuff out to people, especially because I've been working with some of the artists in the community about this, right? Like to be able to help foster the community and demonstrate the talent that's in the community and get that front and center when releasing some of this stuff is very gratifying as well. In a really cool way, you know, like you know, the limit, it'll be a very limited run of stuff. Like the stuff that's going to be released is going to be very limited in scope, not lots of crazy colors or anything like that, as much as I'd like to, just because it's difficult. Merchandise making is difficult, and it's not my thing, right? Like, it's really hard. I've had to do a lot of work even after getting the stuff through from the artists who have been exceptional. I've not exactly known how to approach some of this stuff, so it's definitely been a work in progress. But from how this came out, I'm very happy with it, because it's hard to tell because of the glare from my lighting setup, but that is legitimately just the logo, right? That's just the logo, and the mugs come in different sizes as well, and then obviously this is very cool as well. The mugs come in different sizes, so this is the bigger size. I presume the smaller size is the same thing, just smaller. But you know, it's also very cool to be able to drink from your own thing, right? Like, it makes it feel like the little parcel came through. And the logo was printed on the parcel, like as a shipment thing. My mind it just like melted. It was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, big mug. That's why I went for big mug as well, because it is big mug. It is a big mug. But it was very exciting to see the logo printed on the outside of the box. Genuinely very exciting. Yeah, you know what YouTube thing? Oh my god, I don't even remember what I was referring to. Ever get to that one YouTube thing you mentioned a week or two ago? Is that a secret? Oh, that. That's not here yet. No, not yet. I imagine it will take a little while. I don't imagine that they sent a I don't imagine that they sent it first class, right? I mean, I think I got it like earlier this week or something like that. It might have been last week, I don't remember. But no, nothing as of right now. However, you know, we'll see how things go, right? Yeah, I'm excited for it though. It's just a silly thing. It's just a silly thing, but I'll be using it all the time in a very annoying manner. I'll be using it to maximize. I'm annoying maxing, right? I'm annoying maxing. It'll be great. It'll be great for me. A silly thing for a silly guy. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff happening. This has been like this last month, July, has been such a great month for the channel, guys. Like, the growth has been extraordinary. and I know that it's capped. It's capped at when the season's over. I don't imagine that things will keep going like that forever because the Dandadan is obviously the lightning rod for the audience here, understandably. So when that's kind of done, things will slow down a little, and I'll probably also have to kind of start looking at other areas of content as well, which is again totally fine. Like this is my main thing. We've still got a lot of Dandadan stuff to come, and we need to make sure that it lasts until the next season. Good lord, man. Good lord. Yeah, we're gonna have to become a Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed channel. Like Zoinks, dude! But yeah. We have to become a Scooby-Doo. No, don't clip it. Chat, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Please. What? What's wrong with it? Jesus. Was it really loud? I'm sorry if it was really loud. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. That was really close to the microphone. I maybe didn't anticipate that it would be as loud in your guys' ears as that. What? It's good. It's totally fine. I'm just practicing because we're going to go through our Scooby-Doo arc soon. We're going to have to go through our Scooby-Doo arc. And then what? What are we going to do? Right? Ron St. Germain! Count St. Germain? Like where? Brilliant. Where a werewolf is... I did not know. I've not seen that. I've not seen that, Tim. Scrappy cat is gonna kill. So, yeah, that would make me very upset if you started going a Scrappy-Doo arc. If you go in a Scrappy-Doo arc, we're gonna have to have a chat. We're gonna have to have a chat. All right. I don't know if I can do a Scrappy-Doo thing. I don't know if I can do that, guys. I don't know if I can allow that. I think I can allow that on my server. Right. Okay. How come Blitzy lost mod? Oh man, it'd be weird because we'd have to start seeing your name in a completely different color. It'll be very distracting. It'll be very distracting. You know. But yes. Right. Cool. On that note, guys, I think I'm going to. I'm gonna head. But this has been enjoyable, guys, as always. As always, it's been incredibly enjoyable. Yeah, I'm glad that we get to sit and chat about this stuff. Yeah, I mean, we'll be Monday. I still need to come up with the itinerary for Monday, guys, but we'll do something. No, thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. All right, cool. See you guys. Join the Discord. See ya.